Hello, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here's a first review from my latest Big Planes kits haul. And this is the, it's a fairly new kit I believe, and this is the item number 7230, and this is the 1/72 scale. It's from a company called Bayraktar in Turkey, and it's the Bayraktar TB-2. It's a dual combo set, so it's this drone as you can see on the front of the box, and we get two of them in here, and it's in 1/72 scale. This is the drone that's made by Turkey, as I say, by this company called Bayraktar, and it has a maximum ceiling. It has been up to 24,000 feet, but its operational is about 22,000 feet. It has a 100 horsepower gasoline engine. It has a maximum payload of 145 kilograms and a maximum takeoff weight of 700 kilograms. And it can carry 4 laser guided missiles. So quite a little weapon indeed. So as I say, I will build this. And as I said when I reviewed it, first of all, I quickly showed you, I will build one and I will give one away. So one of you lucky guys will get a free one. So here we have on the side, we have the different options there. So we've got Ukrainian here. We've got a Polish version and we've got a Turkish version there, and then we've got a Ukrainian here and 2 Turks there. Looks like this one's a night scheme. So we've got 6 options by the look of it, or even more. As I say, the kit number is 7230, and you can find out more about it here on Facebook, on the internet, or via email. If you want to email them, you can. So very friendly guy, Aleksey, actually, very nice chap. This has been sent to me free of charge. I wasn't even expecting it, so thank you very much, Aleksey. What basically happened was I asked him if he could help me get some res kit parts, because I believe Big Planes kits and res kit are sort of under the same roof, perhaps. I don't know. I think there's a connection there anyway. Maybe there's a family connection or something. But Aleksey and I were talking, and I've got some parts. I've paid for them. And he sent me them and put a couple of kits in with the box. So very nice of him. So thank you very much. So this bag will open, and we will tear open that piece of paper there. So as you can see, everything comes in one bag, which is absolutely fine because it's all tightly bound up. It's like mini art kits. They all tend to come in one bag, but because it's all tightly bound up, it's absolutely fine. It's when you get the likes of, you know, people like Revell, they will put parts in a great big bag and the box is 3 times bigger than it needs to be and the parts are all rattling around. That's when you get problems. So we've got 3 sprues, but it's actually 4 because you've got 2 here the same. So we've got 4 sprues, okay, and you can see here we've got the main fuselage, we've got the wings and everything. We've got some 3D printed parts, and we've also got some PE as well. So there we go, Moss. You love PE, don't you? So we have the instructions here and the decal sheet in the bag. So what we'll have a look at this. We'll see what we think of this. We've got to be careful when we get the decals out not to let them touch the glue on the bag. What you can do is just put the bag down like that, stick the sticky side down, turn the bag over, and then you don't have the issue with the glue. So we can tip those instructions out. Come on, they don't want to come out. They do not want to come out of there. So what I'm doing, they've got a slightly glossy finish and they kind of stuck themselves to the bag. So first of all, have a look at the decals. I'm going to put the light on. Got this dimmer setting. So you can see here we have a beautiful decal sheet. So we've got the eagles there, we've got the Ukrainian symbol here, we've got the roundels there, more symbols and bits and pieces here. We've got the Turkish stuff here. This is the Bayraktar company logo. So we've got all that there. They're printed by a company called Decals in Ukraine. So it's a totally Ukrainian production. And then we've got the Polish version here with the Bayraktar there. And then we've got another Turkish version here. So is that Turkish? I'm sure people will tell me in the comments. It looks like a Turkish flag, but I'm just wondering if the blue and the green makes it something else. So there we go. Whoops. So yeah, lots and lots of different options there, and lots of decals for you to go crazy over. Not sure what they're like. I think they're actually okay. I think I've used these before. I can't remember on what, but I think they're okay. So we'll have a look at the instructions. So little tiny instruction book. It is a book. It's got staples in the spine, and we can see here we've got a description of the actual aircraft itself there, so you can have a look at that if you want to have a read. You can pause. And then we've got our paint call-outs here in Mr. Hobby and Viejo. Okay, so we've got Mr. Hobby, Aqueous and their lacquer paints. And then here we've got the legend of all the different symbols used throughout the manual. So in the manual here we have the parts call-out. So we have propellers here. They are 3D printed. We have the PE sheet, and then we have our 3 sprues, two sprues per model. So there we go. So you got 2 of those, 2 of those. Oh, we've got 2 photo etch frets, have we? It looks like we only have 1. No, there are 2 in there. We have 2 photo etch frets as well. And then we've got all the decals. So here we have, I'm not sure if we've got enough decals to make 2 the same. It looks like we probably have actually. It looks like we've got enough decals to make 2 the same. So if you wanted to make 2 of that version, it looks like we have, oh no, hang on. No, we don't have enough to make 2 the same by the look of it. So there we go. So we've got the main fuselage halves going together. We've got this baffle plate going in here, baffle plate going in there. There's another plate going into there. Engine halves going together. As you can imagine, this is a very complex build. Adding the engine to the top of the fuselage, and then we've got the that's the little tailplane type thing there. Got little actuator covers going on, and then we've got our wings going together, very slender wings, and then we've got some missiles here. These look like the laser guided missiles. Yes, so we're making up. Okay, so we've got 2 halves there, we've got 2 halves there, so we're putting those 2 together separately, and then those are just going together. A23 and B20, oh, B23 and B24. So they are probably moulded as one. So there's your B2 and B3. Yeah, and there's your 23 and 24 there. So they're just moulded as one shaft, so that's okay. So they're not 2 halves there. And then building up the main actual sail, airframe itself. And then here we have the that's the laser thing. Yeah, my terminology is great, isn't it? And then we've got, not quite sure what that means. Does that mean bend? Yes, bend part. So that's PE. So we've got to bend those bits of PE. That's PE there. And they're going onto the front here. So they are little antennas. Something I've noticed with the big planes kits, and if Aleksey's watching this, something he could do is when you actually make the instruction manuals, instead of just having this here, perhaps give a larger image to show what they look like or how they're supposed to look. You know, looking from the front or looking from the side or something, because it's not exactly clear. It says here, you know, bend, and then here you fit in them, and it's just 2 tiny dots on the instructions. So I think it would be nice to have like a, you know, like he's done here, have a separate little window showing you some detail. Here we've got the choice of using the printed propeller, which is the 3-blade or the 2-bladed. So you've got this one here, which is TB-2 Bayraktar Ukrainian Air Force 2022. So that's just in the plain grey. Nice has given us dimensions here for the decals, that's nice. And then over the page here we've got option 2, which is Ukrainian Air Force 2022. And this one has all these bird symbols and everything on. So it looks like this might be some sort of test aircraft. And then here, Polish Air Force What If. So this is actually fictitious. So if the Polish start using them, that's probably how they'll look. And then here, okay, here we go, there's the answer. It's Azerbaijani Air Force 2020. And then here, we've got a shark's mouth down there, which is very cool. And we've got the eyes up on the top. That's very cool. It says, for attention, for this part we highly recommend to follow order: close nose wheel door, apply decal, then cut decal by door edges and glue nose gear. So yeah, if you're going to do that version, bear that in mind. And that again is Turkish. So we've learnt something now. That symbol there is Azerbaijan. And then this one here is a prototype from 2014. And you can see it's got the Turkish symbols there. It's got the Turkish flag on the tail and everything. And only for bottom surface of right wing. So this is painted in B, which is flat black. So there you go. This has got some decals there, T18. Yeah, that's decals. So it's not actually showing us clearly which one has a 2-bladed prop and which one has a 3-bladed prop. It's kind of looking here like they've all got 2-bladed props, but can't make it out really. Just do a bit of research. But you want to use the 3D printed prop anyway, won't you? So there we got your nose gear doors and everything, as they said. Fit them and then put the decal on and take them off again. You've got your weapons going on there. So yeah, very nice little model actually. It's going to look very good because it's got lots of tiny little parts and lots of tiny little bits of PE. So let's have a look at this in here. So we have in here we have our 2 beautifully 3D printed props. Nice to see the blades are nice and straight. I was expecting to see a bow in them because 3D printing is quite often bowed, isn't it, when you've got flat surfaces, but they look very nice indeed. And then here we've got 2 of the same photo etch frets. So I'll grab my piece of black card. And you can see the photo etch. We've got fins and bits and pieces. That looks like undercarriage doors there. We've got fins and bits and pieces for the weapons. And we've got these grills here for the engine air intakes and everything. So yeah, very nice indeed. There's little bits at the front. There's a little antenna at the front you have to bend. Notice no, it's got no seat belts for the cockpit seat. Strange, you'd have thought they'd have had those in there. Go on, I can see you writing now. I ain't got a pilot. I can see you writing now. Thought I'd catch you before you press send. Put that away after. Right, so let's have a look at these plastic parts. So first of all, as I say, we've got 2 of these. This is sprue A, and we have our main fuselage. That's the upper, and there's the lower there. We've got our engine intake. We've got some nice rivet detail, and we've got some nice fine panel detail there. It's a slightly lighter coloured plastic than normal. It's nice that he's moulded these wings with the trailing edge moulded as one piece. We've got that nice serrated edge on those ailerons. So it's nice that we don't have to sand on there. Just got the insert going in the centre. So that's cool. If you'd moulded them as one piece, they'd have probably had sink marks. These tail planes are actually tailplane, fin, rudder, whatever you're going to call it. They're actually moulded as one piece, and there's no sink marks in them. They're lovely. You've got that flare there, whatever it is, the camera, radar, laser, whatever you call it. There's the engine intake there by the look of it. Or is that for the propeller? And we've got another one of those here, as you can see. And then here we have 2 of our sprue Bs, and we can see we've got our wing inserts there. I've just broken that one off. We've got our missile halves there. We've got other missiles down here. Propellers, antenna, undercarriage here. Tiny little undercarriage legs. Going to be very, very weak. Just be very careful with it. So yeah, very nice indeed. So those undercarriage legs look extremely weak. Just have to be a bit careful with that, so it's not going to weigh anything, is it? These are all broken off. It's a very, very fine sprue connection point, that's why. So there we are. Very nice indeed. Got little pylons there for your weapons. There's the spinner for the 2-bladed prop. Very nice indeed. So there we go. That has been kit number 7230. It's the TB-2 Bayraktar. Yes, and if you're in the UK, this is currently available from Hannants, and it's £29.99. So £29.99 for 2 little kits. That's not so bad, is it? And I forgot to mention, it's a tiny little thing. It's 90mm long, and it has a 167mm wingspan. So it's quite small. What's that? like 6 or 7 inches, isn't it? 6.5 inches. So there you go. Right, that's been a review of that one. Get yourself on over to Hannes and get yourself one, and build a bit of Ukrainian stuff from Ukraine. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.